Good morning everybody, I hope you're all okay. I've come on this morning to do, I'm Ali by the way, in case you don't know, in case you're new. And while we're on that subject, thank you so much for my new subs. Thank you for being here. And of course to my faithful subs, thank you for coming back. I thought I'd come on today because I'm going to do what I've enjoyed doing in May. You know, what I've liked, what I've enjoyed doing, what I've found, maybe something new, something that I wouldn't have done before. You can see that, can't you? It's been so hot here, I've got bloody sunburn. That's why my face is all red. But never mind, it's been beautiful. It's a bit cloudy today, but it's okay. So the first thing is I have been so grateful and enjoying the weather. It's been lovely. It's been really nice here, and because the lockdown has eased a bit, you know, been able to go out on walks and things like that. So I've been really enjoying connecting back with nature, or you know, going out in nature. I've done a couple of videos. Whoops, I'm knocking everything bloody over now. And with, you know, I've got a big interest in the spirit world and the paranormal, as well as tarot, crystals, all those sorts of things. I bring everything into my life. And I've done a video on, it's a fort which is purely where there's some spirits dwell. And I've done a little video the other day. So I really enjoyed doing that. So hopefully I'm going to go, you know, now that the weather and the lockdown is easing a little bit, I'm going to go out and do some paranormal stuff and see if we can, you know, connect with the spirits. And then with that, hopefully give you some history on the places that we visit. And yeah, so I've been loving doing that. That's been really cool. Connecting with nature has been amazing. It's, you know, you don't realise how lucky you are, or how much you miss something until it's not there, until you can't do it. So I've been loving doing that at the end of May. This is my silver birch, which Mother Nature and the trees presented to me the other day, which it was like that when I picked it up. All the bark was stripped off. It's so smooth, it's absolutely beautiful. So I'm gonna make my intention stick or wand or whatever you class yours as, or whatever you call them, out of this. And I just think it's beautiful. It's got all little bubbles and knobbly bits, and it's absolutely beautiful. So that is one of the gifts from nature that I got. And I'll show you some bits. You might not be interested in any of these, and that's fine. You know, that's cool. I accept everybody as they are, and I'm just grateful you're here. And these are some, we went yesterday, I went crabbing, you know, to get some crabs. Obviously we put them back, but because you're allowed to sort of meet with in sort of 6 people, but you've still got a, you know, one other household. Well, that other household was my daughter and my grandchildren. We still had to keep a distance, but it was still nice to be able to have a day with them and, you know, see them, even though you can't cuddle or kiss, but whatever little bit I can get, I'll take. So yeah, these are some of the little gifts from the beach. Don't know if you can see that. I'll focus. And that's just a little like crystalline rock. It's so beautiful, it's sparkly. And this is a hagstone. See through it? Beautiful. And then of course I got some of the little black pebbles to do my own, to make my own witches' runes or sigils, which I want. You know, I don't I like to do my own things, what mean things to me. And a shell. Perfect. And another hag. So that one reminded me of a little dinosaur face, little chick face. I always see things. And this shell, oh no, it's not that one, sorry. And a bit of like the corally. Isn't that lovely colours? Stuff, like that. And I won't show you all of them. And another hag, but I've got to get the little stone out. And another shell. It's gorgeous, that one. Now I've got a shell in here. What I want to show you. That's my big hagstone. Look at that. Perfect. Absolute perfection she is. She's even got the little rivulets here. She's gorgeous. Another piece of the glittery thing. I put these, if I get the bigger chunks, if I can, you know, if I'm lucky enough to find the bigger chunks of the calcite, whatever, I can't remember what you call it, granite, whatever it is, if I get bigger bits than that, I put them in my plants to give them a warmth and to hold the water. I'm trying to find, look at that one. That's perfect, isn't it? I'm trying to, that's always a bloody case, isn't it? Whenever you want to show somebody something, there it is. Look how old this shell looks. Right, I'll put it up to the camera. And look at the thickness. That's how thick it is. Isn't that perfect? I love that. So that was another one. Ooh, there's something in that one. I hope it's not a bloody spider. Don't like spiders. Well, I wouldn't hurt them. Don't get me wrong. You know, I'm grateful for what they do, but I'm not fond of them crawling near me. There's some more of my little black pebbles that I've got to do my stones. There's something else I wanted to show you. Another little baby hagstone. It's perfect too. I think I gave one of these for my granddaughter. This is a bit of an old brick which has been washed and battered by the sea. You can feel it, it's really rough, but it's nice. It's cool. I like the different textures that you get to feel as well. So anyway, they're my gifts from the beach, which are precious. So I've really, really loved doing, you know, collecting my bits. Excuse me, I've got bloody hiccups now. So them to me are, you know, they're precious, precious gifts. And I make things with all of them, different things, or I'll have them laying around, like I have them in the bathroom, and they're everywhere. Everywhere in the house. What else have I been liking? I'll go to books next. I got this the other day. It's by Marianne Green. And I thought, oh, I'll get it because I like the look of it. And it is, especially if you're new, or if you want, you know, if you're new to, or you're trying to find your path, should I say. You know, your path is your own, you can do what you want. You bring in, take out, do whatever you want. There's no hard and fast rules, which is what I truly believe. The only rule that I'd say is, you know, respect nature. And if you take, give back. Blah, blah, you all know that. But this is, it's a cool little book. It's got loads of basic stuff in it. You know, and then it's also got bits that are interesting that I didn't, you know, I don't pretend to know everything, because I don't. You know what I mean? I don't know bloody half. But there's some really, really cool little bits. It says, Wild Witch is someone who's discovered the true source of magic. She finds it in elements of the earth, the ways of healing herbs and scented flowers, the ocean's tides, the cycle of the moon, and the energies of the planets. By becoming intimate with nature, a wild witch discovers the living spirits in all things. Everything is alive, and she learns that these spirits must be honoured, and only then do they become trustworthy guides going down the path of the wild witch. And it says, follow the rhythms of nature, the seasons, cycles, rituals of sacred days. Learn the power of herbs, plants, trees. Awaken senses to the language of flowers found in their scents. You know, the smell of things. You can smell something and that can invoke such a memory in you, can't it? You know, it's just lots of things, isn't it? The colours, the scents, all different things. The gift they give us with you know, perfumes and oils and things to use within our magics. Cast spells using the element of fire through candle magic. Discover the hidden spirit of water through purification, dowsing and scrying. By changing our point of view, by developing our own inner skills, each of us can learn to shape the world into the perfect planet everybody yearns for. She's Marion Green is a British-born author who has been working in the fields of magic and witchcraft and the Western mysteries since the 1960s. Author of over 20 books, including A Witch Alone, she has been highly influential in the development of the solitary witchcraft movement. She continues to lead retreats and offer online courses, as well as regularly teach throughout the UK and England. So that's the book. It has got you know, lots like this one I've just opened. It says like the woods, the gums, the resins that you get off the trees. It says most of traditional woods, gums and resins are dedicated to a specific planetary power. It's worth seeking out a supply of 6 or 7 so that you can perfume and dedicate a talisman, follow a path working using their symbolism, or track the energy rules to bloody hell. Attract the energy each rules over to help with your magic. You know, like a few of the most common ones which should be available are the yellowish brown crystals or powder, wood chips, or styrax, which is that liquid stuff that you get from the trees when you see it like running down. Sometimes you can just see it in certain trees, your amber, but you can see it just running down, the styrax, and it's sticky. Really, really sticky. You get it on your clothes or anything, you'll bug it, you can't get it off. You know, it's like the sun, the acacia tree, cinnamon, bay, rosemary, or frankincense. And it said the moon, colophony, jasmine, or legion aloes for the moon maidens, and catechu for the hag aspect. I can't talk. Aspect. You know, so it's got some good little things in here. It's a decent, you know, it's a decent little book. It's got your pictures. How weird, I've just opened it on the tarot. But all different things. So that's a really cool little book. I've also been enjoying this because I go in and out all the time. So I've really been enjoying that one. And of course that's by Sharon Blackley, If Women Rose Rooted, which is fab. Decks. Now we come to decks that I've been using and enjoying in May. There's just some of them because I swap and change. You know, if I feel the need for something different, then I'll swap it over. And this, of course, you will all know. Sorry, bear with me. My phone's jingling. This is the Gill Tarot, and I love this. It's just perfect. I love that. I also bought the Pocket Thoth, which is really cool, but you know, it's good to take about with you if you want to. But it's, you know, it's a beautiful. I love this deck. It's It's just a beautiful deck. So I've been using that one. Excuse me while I put that back. And I have been using these for, I've been using the Gill one every morning for whatever I need, you know, for that day, or if I just want a message, or just to see if she's got something she wants to say to me that I need to know. And I've been using Manifesting Your Greatness, and I love this deck. I think it's really cool. You know, you can see how much I love it because all the Gildans now are starting to go, but I like this. I also do a pull at night, but my nighttime decks are upstairs. No, they're not. I've brought them down to show you. Don't know what's the matter with me. But this, I love this so much. It's one of my favourite. You know, packs a punch. Those things I don't want to hear sometimes, but this is one of my favourites. I just love it. It's so gorgeous. And the backs are really cool too. So that's been every morning. I've been using that. Okay, for the evenings, or for the nights, or whatever, of course I've used, or not of course, that's my little dog. I have been the Everyday Enchantment Tarot by Poppy Palin. I love Poppy Palin. I love her artwork. This deck speaks to me so clear. It's like I turn around, someone's there, I ask them a question, and they give me their advice on the matter, or they'll give me what they think I need to hear that day. And this I've been using at night time. So, first card. These are the, you know, these have been my nighttime pulls. It's been really crazy because they've really been corresponding sort of almost exact with the Gill Tarot during the day, you know. These just tell a story to me, you know. It's like having that friend next to me, like I say, and I want to know something, and they tell me. Yeah, I just adore these cards so much. And that is the Everyday Enchantment Tarot by Poppy Palin. I've got Wake in the Wild Spirits. That's absolutely beautiful deck as well. And these were a real surprise to me, because I don't normally go for transformative decks. You know, some I do, but not general. Okay, and I saw these, and I can't remember, they popped up on my, you know, you get that adverts pop up if you look at something, all of a sudden your whole bloody phone and everything else knows what you've just looked at. That freaks me out a little bit, and you're like, hell, I've just looked at that. But yeah, anyway, so these popped up and I thought, oh, they look quite cool, and I don't know what it was, and that was like, you need to get them. You need to get them. And hell, I did need to get these because they are bloody brilliant. Right, and it is, what are they called? The Power Surrender cards. The Power of Surrender cards. Transform Your Life by Letting Go, and they're by Judith Orloff, MD. And it comes in this box. But more about that later. But I just wanted to show you that, and I've been doing that every night. For the next day, I ask these. I don't pull them in the morning. I ask for the next day. I got that last night. Surrender to silence. Not last night, sorry, Sunday night. Surrender to silence in a quiet meditation or contemplation. Let go and enter the stillness within. Silence can heal and replenish you. And it's really crazy because when I pulled my nighttime one from Poppy Palin, I pulled the Hermit. So they went together, and that's how this has been. This has been totally, I love this card so much. It's so important to me. And I think to a lot of people. Surrender comparisons with other people. Keep your eyes trained on yourself, focused on your own strengths, attractiveness and power. But I just love it. I just think it's so cool. They are glossy, they are reasonably big, but not No, they're oracle size. They're not too big, but they're bloody brilliant. I absolutely love these, and these are going to stay out upstairs on my night altar. What else have I been using? Ah, yeah. I have been using the Green World Oracle as like as and when, you know, if I need a connection with nature that day, or I feel a real big pull, then I will pull one of these. These stay on my downstairs altar in my living room. So I have things everywhere. I have different needs at different times of the day. If I'm unsure of something and I need a different deck to answer me or to give me that advice, then I will call on that deck. And these are beautiful. Whoop, she drops them. I've had these about a long time now, but they are a long time. I must have had them for, I don't know, nearly a year, I think. And I use them a lot. Look at that one, the lotus. Absolutely beautiful. Shakti. And eucalyptus. And they are all trees. Or mostly trees, sorry. I love the olive one. I have done a walk through this. I think I've done that at the beginning when I started my channel. Somewhere around there. Papyrus. Hawthorn is my favourite. Of course, Triple Goddess. And you've got the holly. Darken the light of ourselves. They're all beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful cards. And I love them. And they came in a box. And they've got absolutely fantastic. You can't... I read from the book when I pick one of them. Because there's so much information on the card. For instance, the Lost Forests. It goes into the mythic world. I don't know if you can see. The pictures are in black and white. It goes into the botany and history of the tree, or the green. That goes into the reading of what you need, the reversed. And it also goes into the artist's notes, which tell you sort of parts, what is in the card. You know, it tells you what, you know, if they're wearing a necklace, if they're, what that means, and it's absolutely fantastic. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous oracle deck. I absolutely love it. And I'll pull that whenever I feel I need to, or, you know, I can be sitting there watching TV and it'll be like, come take a card. So I'll go over and I will just pick a card up. You know, my poor husband has to pause TV and whatever. But that's how I feel. Right. I have been loving this. It's English tea. Well, it's not English tea. It's from the English tea shop. And it's chocolate, rubus and vanilla. And that is so gorgeous. That is so, so nice. I like it so much that I'll put it on a subscription from Amazon, so that I get it every single month. And going on chocolate vibe, I'm liking this as well. Indulgent chocolate coffee. How cool is that? But it's not as bad as eating a bar, is it? So I'm loving that. And I am adoring this so much to play with. And of course it is, you would have seen that, this in a lot, I suppose, a lot of videos. And it is the Royal Mischief by Patrick Valencia. Is that how you say it? Valenza, sorry. Patrick Valenza. And I just adore it. It is just so smart. It is so cool. I love the cardstock and I love the way it feels. And it's got a can you see it? Yeah, you can see it. Like a slatey grey gilding. It's beautiful. It shuffles amazingly. And it's just beautiful. I've been using it for because I don't really read, or I hadn't been reading playing cards. Cartomancy. Whoop, one's just chucked itself out at us. And that is the 6 of Diamonds. There you go, look at that. Beautiful. So yeah, so I'm using that for, you know, with Cartomancy, but I'm also playing. I must admit, I am playing. And you know, there's nothing like good old game of solitaire to calm your mind. But anyway, guys, that is my what's happened in May. I've got some really cool decks. What I'm going to do a couple of walkthroughs. Because I don't know about you guys, but I've been. Do you know you felt that hole when you feel that hole that something's missing? Yeah, and you know what it is. It's your family. It's in a way, it's your freedom. You know, it's like being on house arrest in some ways, and that's what's lost. And so I have been compensating for that, and I've bought too many decks. But do I feel guilty? No, because I would have spent that money on being out. So no, I don't feel guilty. Do I feel ashamed? Hell no. Am I pleased that I've got them? Yes. And will I be getting more? I've backed 3 on Kickstarter, so they're due to come. But there isn't any other sort of deck that I'm waiting for at the moment. So don't feel guilty. Enjoy. You know, we all need things. To keep us sane, to keep us okay, to give us something to talk about, to do what we want to do. All right, so it's gone on a bit longer than I thought it was going to, as it usually does, because I waffle and waffle and waffle and waffle and waffle. So I'll see you all later. I'm going to have one of my chocolate coffees and a vape, and then I'm going to come back and do a couple of walkthroughs of the decks that I bought, or 2 of them. So take care, look after yourself, love others, loads and loads of friendship and love to you. Ta-da.